What is up, everybody? It's Kamikaze here today, and today I wanted to talk about the Season 13 test server and what is coming to Call of Duty Mobile in Season 13. You guys know that I don't overhype things like other YouTubers. I always give my honest opinion on everything that I talk about, so I really wanted to do that today, and let's get right into it, guys. This is an interesting video. Yes, now before we get into this video, guys, if you could please like and subscribe. It always helps me out a lot, and, I put a lot of effort into every single video that I make. It always helps me out a lot, so, sorry for that shameless self-promotion, but it does help out any content creator, of course, an extreme amount. Also, sorry for the sucky gameplay. I was playing on simple fire mode, which is 2 fingers. I was playing 2 fingers on simple fire mode in the test server, because I didn't feel like using my regular old 6-finger loadout. It was a lot of fun for me, but I'm telling you right now, I sucked at it, so I am sorry for that, guys, but, if you liked enjoying maybe that more simplistic gameplay, I thought it was somewhat satisfying to watch, but I don't know about you guys. So if you guys think that I suck, well, I do, to be honest with you, but not as much as that, hopefully. So yes, Season 13 now. I should have made this video probably about half a week ago, but I decided against it because I tried to get into the test server, and sadly it would not let me. Evidently I joined in too late, about just a couple hours too late. I mean, they had released it at like 3 a.m. and I got into it at 3 p.m., which evidently was just too late, and, they didn't let me in for the first test. I finally did get in the 4th test, but yeah, the reason why I got in so late was because I was with my grandparents and we were making gingerbread houses. Even as a teenager in high school, that's always been a very awesome tradition to have with your grandparents, because they're not always around forever, So definitely family above COD Mobile, and so I took that option there and decided, against doing that. And I mean, it kind of sucks that I didn't get in, but I had a really great time, so it was worth it, definitely. But now we're coming back, and I finally got to play the test server on the 4th part, and I could have made a video, about this a couple days ago, even when I didn't play it, because I saw, the type of stuff that was the gameplay and everything from it. But I decided against it because, well, I felt as though I should really get a good feel for how the game plays and how it feels in the test server. Now, of course, it's very glitchy because, well, it's the test server, but even on its 4th build, still very unstable and prone to bugs. I must say, however, I was very impressed with the type of content that was coming out. In Season 11 and 12, it absolutely sucked. For as much as YouTubers definitely overhype things and, make things seem awesome even though they're not, this update was truly a good update. In Season 11 and 12, it honestly was just monotonous and boring. We never got any content that we actually wanted. We just got, like, a bunch of random things here and there. I think the thing that was, the only real thing that I think everyone had asked for was the night mode in Season 12, which even then, the night mode wasn't even, like, a good version of night mode. It looked like just COD Mobile with, like, a bluish hue, rather than actual real night vision goggles that looked more like tinted COD Mobile. I don't know how to describe it. Anyways, in Season 13, they came out with a new test server, which was actually very nice. Now, I'm not talking about all the random monotonous and, in my personal opinion, boring content. Of course, the new weapons that are the same as the past. We got an SMG and an assault rifle. Oh wow, how daring, how new. We haven't gotten like an LMG in many seasons, and they decided to go again with an assault rifle and an SMG, which we already have way too much of in the game currently anyways. I don't really care about that type of content, but the real thing that I think is important is Gunsmith 2.0. Gunsmith 2.0 is a remade and remodeled version of Gunsmith. Now, of course, a lot of the attachments really haven't changed. However, there is a big difference, and this is the reason why people are calling it Gunsmith 2.0. And that is kind of like this rebalancing as well as these changes. They're showing a quantitative amount of change when you equip said attachment. So before it was just it improves ADS speed. Now it says it improves ADS speed by 5, 10, whatever %. It's quantitative rather than qualitative, which is much easier to base your, base your attachments off of, and it's much easier to kind of see in the actual lobby what the gun is going to look and feel like, rather than having to continuously test and trial and error it to get the right attachment, or just go off of the random YouTuber's loadout. It's actually a lot easier now to figure out your own attachments that are going to be best for you, and so I was really excited for that. I really would have wished that they would have added in some more new attachments, because COD Mobile's Gunsmith is, of course, extremely watered down. We have some Weapons, you know, we definitely have a lot more attachments than we did before, and I'm so thankful and so grateful for that. But compared to other CODs, we're still just not there yet. You know, I think we do need some more attachments, and, you know, it's getting closer and closer. I think Gunsmith was a big step towards having a real and true COD experience, but I do think that, you know, this Gunsmith 2.0 has improved it even more, and I can't wait for hopefully new attachments and changes and fixes to this game to make it feel more like a real COD rather than COD Mobile. You know, right now I feel like it's just so odd. It feels incomplete, and, you know, it just doesn't feel like a real COD experience. It feels like, you know, something totally different, which of course is great, but it just feels very incomplete, and I would like for them to add in some of the new features and stuff that other COD games have, you know, bring it up to that level. Because at the end of the day, mobile gaming is not really going to get any respect until we have games that are somewhat like the games on PC and console editions. And right now, I feel like COD Mobile is it's getting there. It's getting there slowly but surely. I think zombies would have been a big step there, and, you know, a couple of the other changes that we'd asked for. But sadly, COD Mobile is very negative on zombies. They don't want to add it in. It's been many months. I do think, though, that Gunsmith 2.0 is going to be a very big change. Now, in other words, in other parts of this update, there are some really cool things, I think, as well. Although they're not as big as, I think, this Gunsmith 2.0, as they're calling it. We have the new gas grenade, as well as the gravity vortex gun. Now, in all honesty, I don't really care too much for the gas grenade. It will be interesting to see. However, I am somewhat worried that it will be kind of like the Molotov. You know, we saw the Molotov having this area, you know, damage over time effect that was so detrimental to playing hardpoint and playing offensive. I'm hoping that the gas grenade does not have the same effect, considering it is kind of like an area over time effect sort of thing. So I'm really hoping that they don't, you know, that's not going to affect it the same as it did with Molotov. But I think, you know, that's a very small thing compared to the gravity vortex gun. It seems like a very cool gun. I'm hoping that's not going to be too overpowered, because it does seem extremely powerful, as all operator skills are. However, I'm kind of hoping that, you know, it's not going to be too much. You know, there's always a line, and there's a fine line with operator skills where they become way too overpowered compared to, you know, a regular operator skill. So I'm really hoping that, you know, this gun isn't too overpowered. I tried playing it, and, you know, honestly, it's a cool gun. It's fun to play with, and I really do like it. It has a fun and new, interesting playstyle that I feel like we haven't seen very much. You know, it's an area damage gun, but at the same time, it just feels cooler. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, we've had so many area damage guns, but the fact that it does have that over time effect. But I mean, as an operator skill, I think it's a little bit different than like a lethal or tactical. I do feel like it'll be an interesting thing to see on the battlefield. I just do hope that, you know, it doesn't get too overpowered, like the katana, the annihilator, you know, all those operator skills that were just so incredibly annoying. Now, as for Season 13, in terms of balancing, in terms of what I really want to see, as well as on top of all the stuff that we're getting, we do have Nuketown Russia, by the way, which is a really cool map. I'm really excited for Nuketown Russia. I don't know about you guys. I know it's the same exact map, just a change in texture, but it does look like a really fun thing to play on. And I had fun playing on it, so I hope that you guys really enjoy that as well. I do hope that they have a nerf to the Fennec Akimbo finally. I don't know why they didn't do that in Season 12 or even midway through Season 11. It's a horrible gun to play up against, and it's very annoying. I hope that they definitely give a nerf to that. Other than that, I really don't think there's any huge things that should be nerfed or buffed. I mean, of course, we're going to have a lot of changes once the Fennec Akimbo kind of comes out of its relevancy. There are some small in-between buffs. I think that we should definitely be looking into rebuilding the LMG class, because the LMG class has just been kind of sucky lately, other than the chopper. You know, I really do think that rebuilding the LMGs to be actually viable in the game, and especially adding in a new LMG, hopefully in Season 14, that would be really awesome. This is going to be a very eventful season, I'll tell you that. We have a ranked, basically Season 8 is coming out. I think it's going to be a really fun season to play with, and for the first time ever, I'm actually excited for a season. Well, not for the first time ever, but the first time in a very long time. I've not been this excited since Season 11, and honestly, you know, Season 11 was a massive disappointment, so I'm trying not to get my hopes up way too much, and I hope you guys don't either, because that would be very annoying. But, you know, I'm hopeful for the future of COD Mobile, and I can't wait to see where this game goes, because it has a lot of potential in the future. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, helps me out a lot. You guys know the drill. I will see you next time, guys. I love y'all. Have a great day.